Hello dear students, welcome to the class on adverse effects of hormonal contraceptives, which are very important whenever you are prescribing a oral contraceptive drugs. So there are three forms of adverse effects which can be encountered with hormonal contraceptives. So remember that these hormonal contraceptives are usually prescribed for an healthy and in young women. So usually these hormonal contraceptives are prescribed in healthy and young women, and especially you should keep concern about the long-term consequences, and also these adverse effects are dose dependent. These are dose dependent. So there are three forms of adverse effect, that is non-serious side effects which appears later during the course of intake of oral contraceptive pills, and also there is a serious complications. So just we'll look into the what all the side effects which will encountered under non-serious side effects. So these non-serious side effects are frequent in nature, usually seen during the first 1 to 3 cycles, and they disappear gradually. So they are frequent in nature, seen during first 1 to 3 cycles and disappears gradually. So what are those non-serious side effects? You have, as usual, the most common side effects which the students are fond of is nausea and vomiting, and you have headache, and you have breakthrough bleeding, and next is the breast discomfort. So under non-serious side effects you have to remember 4 things. It can lead to nausea and vomiting, headache, breakthrough bleeding, and breast discomfort. And those side effects which are encountered later of the oral contraceptive administrations are, it can lead to weight gain, it can lead to acne formation, it can lead to increase in the body hair growth, it can lead to chloasma, it can cause itching in the vulval region, it can lead to carbohydrate intolerance, etc. So what are the 4 things which can seen as a side effect during the later of the administration of oral contraceptive pills? It can lead to weight gain, it can lead to acne, it can increase the growth of the body hair, it can lead to chloasma formation, it can lead to itching in the vulval region, it can lead to carbohydrate intolerance. Apart from that, one more thing which can occur during this phase is there can be mood swings. As well as it can lead to depression, it can lead to mental depression. So whereas what are the serious complications which you will encounter with respect to oral contraceptive pills? It can lead to leg vein, remember leg vein, thromboembolism, embolism, and also pulmonary embolism, and also it increases the cerebral as well as the coronary thrombosis. So this can lead to myocardial infarction as well as stroke. In some individuals there can be increase in the blood pressure. In some individuals it can increase the risk of genital carcinoma. It can increase the risk of breast carcinoma. And in some individuals it can increase the risk of benign hepatoma. And also in some individuals it can increase the risk of gallstones. So these are the side effects. We'll go in detail with respect to the each side effect. Moving on to the first one, that is non-serious side effects. So what are all the non-serious side effects which are seen? First one was the nausea and vomiting. Why nausea and vomiting occurs? Mainly due to the estrogenic as well as the progesterone component. The nausea vomiting will be similar to that of the nausea vomiting which will be seen during morning sickness of pregnancy. So to prevent the pregnancy also, if you take drug, nausea and vomiting can occur, and if an individual becomes pregnant also they can encounter nausea and vomiting. So second one is it can lead to headache. Generally these headaches are mild in nature, but the important thing you should keep in mind is if the individual is having any migraine, this can be aggravated or precipitated and it can lead to worsen the symptoms of migraine. Third one is breakthrough bleeding. It is also called as spotting. So this breakthrough bleeding or spotting especially occurs with the progestin only preparations or progestin only pills. In such condition you can shift it to triphasic pill. This may overcome the breakthrough bleeding or you can shift it over completely to the pill containing high estrogen dose. In some cases, rarely it can lead to bleeding failure can occur during the gap period, that is during the gap period, and also in some cases it can lead to prolonged amenorrhea, as well as there will be disruption in the normal menstrual cycle with respect to many pills as well as mainly with the injectables. And next there can be breast discomfort because of estrogen can cause proliferation of the myoepithelial cells in the breast. Next, moving on to the side effects which are encountered in the later of. So what are the side effects? They can be weight gain, they can be risk of acne, they can be increased risk of hair growth. All these things are mainly attributed to the androgenic activity or androgenic action of older 19 nor testosterone containing progestin derivatives. But the newer one, if you remember, the newer progestins like desogestrel, they are devoid of, or they are weak androgenic in activity. Next is the chloasma. Chloasma occurs mainly in pregnancy, but as a long-term side effects, these contraceptive pill can also lead to pigmentation. Chloasma means pigmentation over nose, over cheek, over forehead, which is almost similar to the of which occurring during pregnancy. Next, there can be itching, that is pruritus. This is rare. And next you have carbohydrate, very important, carbohydrate intolerance. This can precipitate diabetes. When the individual is taking high doses. But many studies have found that there is no link between the OCP use and development of diabetes. And next, coming to the fifth one, that is some of the individuals can lead to mood swings and depression, and also some of the individuals may feel distension of abdomen. So all these things are related to progesterone. So progesterone containing contraceptives, progesterone only contraceptives. Those individuals who are using progesterone only contraceptives can encounter mood swings, depression, and also the abdominal distension occasionally. Next, moving on to the very, very important, that is serious side effects. Here you have, first thing we saw was it can cause leg vein, thromboembolism, or it can cause pulmonary embolism. So this risk is seen most commonly if the doses are high. Even with the lower doses, there will be some risk for development of leg vein thrombosis as well as pulmonary embolism, especially if the individual is more than 35 years, if the individual is having any diabetes, if the individual is having any comorbid conditions like hypertension, or if the individual smokes. All this comorbid condition as well as the risk factors can increase the risk for leg vein thrombosis and pulmonary embolism. The main excess risk of these is mainly attributed to the estrogen component of oral contraceptives. So once you stop this oral contraceptives, it will come to normal. So second adverse effect is coronary and cerebral thrombosis. So this can lead to MI as well as stroke. So there is a 2 to 6-fold increase in the MI risk as well as stroke, and only the small increase in incidence is seen recently with the individuals who are using low dose pills in the absence of risk factor. Otherwise, if the patient, even with the low dose, if they have risk factors like this, more than 35 years, diabetic, hypertensive, smokes, again the risk will increase. Again, it is the estrogenic component which is responsible for this side effects, thrombosis which can lead to myocardial infarction and stroke. While both estrogen as well as progesterone is attributed to the arterial phenomenon, arterial thrombosis, but estrogen is very important for vein thrombosis. So what is the mechanism involved in causing thrombosis? Here these estrogen will going to increase the blood clotting factors, so thereby it increases the coagulability. So second point, it will decrease the formation of antithrombin 3. It also decreases the formation of plasminogen activator in the endothelium, and also it increases the platelet aggregation. And coming to the third, it can increase the risk of blood pressure. So what you should do if there is increased blood pressure following the intake of oral contraceptive pills? So there can be increase in blood pressure in 5 to 10% of the women. If you encounter this, you have to ask them to stop them, and you should be treated for next 3 to 6 months. And here the culprit is being both estrogen as well as the progesterone. These estrogen as well as the progesterone will going to increase the plasma angiotensinogen and renin activity. So that's why there will be increase in the blood pressure. And also one more factor which contribute is it increases the aldosterone secretion, so which can lead to increased salt and water retention. So next, coming to the fourth point with respect to the HDL and LDL, whenever you are using a low dose, there is no significant effect on the lipid profile except for there will be increase in the triglyceride level, but some of the estrogen will also increase this estrogen can increase the HDL levels. And coming to the fifth point, these oral contraceptives will increase the risk of genital carcinoma. So therefore it can increase the risk of cervical carcinoma, it can increase the risk of vaginal carcinoma, and also there will be a slight risk of development of breast carcinoma. However, the risk is more in case of predisposed individuals as well as those individuals who are having pre-existing or existing hormonal dependent tumors. And this oral contraceptive has also got some protective effect with respect to development of breast carcinoma. So it prevents the endometrial cancer as well as the ovarian cancer, and to some extent it also prevents the colorectal cancers. And the sixth being it increases the risk of benign hepatoma, thereby it may rupture and turns into malignant. And next, coming to the seventh one, increased risk for gallstones. The reason being estrogen will increase the biliary cholesterol excretion. So thereby incidence of gallstone will be increased more in case of individual who are taking oral contraceptive pills. So coming to the summarization, so under oral contraceptives you have non-serious side effects which occurs later off of the administration of oral contraceptives, and very serious. So non-serious one are, as you said, it is nausea, vomiting, and second point, it can lead to headache. Remember, it can worsen the migraine. Third, it can lead to bleeding, that is breakthrough bleeding or spotting. Also there can be failure of bleeding, which can lead to prolonged amenorrhea, and there will be disturbance in the normal menstrual cycle pattern, and also it can lead to breast discomfort. The later off, it can lead to weight gain, acne, increase in the body hair. It has been attributed to the androgenic activity of the progestin, especially the 19-nor testosterone progestin, but this action is relatively less with the newer progesterone, example desogestrel. It can lead to chloasma, that is pigmentation over the cheek, nose and forehead, similar to that of the pregnancy. It can lead to pruritus, and it can lead to carbohydrate intolerance, which can lead to diabetes, but there is no link between with respect to the recent studies. It can lead to mental depression. And serious side effects, you have to remember, it will lead to leg vein thromboembolism. It has been attributed to estrogenic component. Second, it can lead to, along with that, it can lead to pulmonary embolism. Second, it can lead to cerebral or coronary thrombosis, which can lead to MI and stroke. Again, it is attributed to estrogen. Next, it can lead to increase in the blood pressure, both due to estrogenic and progesteronic component. Next, no such significant alteration with respect to lipid profile. Next, there will be increase in the cancers, especially the genital cancer, cervical. Then it can lead to vaginal cancers, but it is protective. It prevents endometrial and ovarian cancers. And 6, it can lead to benign hepatomas. And 7th, it can cause gallstone. Again, it is related to estrogenic component. Thank you.